How's everyone doing? There we go. Forgot to turn my mute button off on the YouTube side. Hi Shalama, how are you today? Hi Red Door. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling better. Yay, you caught alive. Hello, catch me if you can. Welcome. Yes, Mrs. Portland today went on Robbie, save Robbie. Good, I'm doing real good. Yeah, she went on save Robbie today and apologized. Yeah, I saw her apology before. And is it genuine? Hi Jenny, how are you? Is it a genuine apology or is she full of shit again? Well, we're gonna watch the part where she's apologizing. I was on panel today with Robbie. I caught another live with him, so I was on panel. So if anyone wants to watch the whole video, I encourage you to go watch it. So we're gonna go over there and take a look at the moment she clicked the link to come up on panel. Oh, wrong click. Hi, Robbie. Okay.
Exactly.
That's something for me to keep in mind because I really do feel like Crema lost their minds. That's something I should have heard for sure.
This is what people don't understand. You know, we talk about it because it affects us personally. Just because it doesn't affect you and you think it's some stupid drama doesn't mean it doesn't personally affect us.
Well, especially when everything about your life is being put out there, and then people, you know, of course, there's all the real life bullshit as well.
Right. That's the fucked up shit.
And that's even Michael, my fiance, he doesn't understand. He's like, why are you responding to this? I'm like, because I'm letting people know that have gone real life on me before that I'm not going to tolerate it. Because if you go silent, and I've tried,
Hello, Rebellious Rose.
you go silent
How are
and
you
they go
today?
even harder to try to, like, where are you at? And they get even louder.
Well, I'm dealing with that right now with two morons. You know, you ignore them because it's like, it's so stupid. I mean, why? I don't know. People, everything about me has been beat till it's a dead horse. I mean, it's a damn rug in front of somebody's grandma's fireplace. Come on. It's like,
well,
what else do you think you're going to find?
Natasha,
and nobody wants to hear about this stuff.
Yeah. But again,
a lot of these creators lack creativity.
You think?
Yeah.
I got to go in a few minutes, but what's going on, Miss Portland?
Well, I just want to come up and say hi real quick. And hey, Natasha, good morning.
Hey, Miss P.
Hey, Robbie, I did want to come up directly because so much has gone on the last several months and so forth. And I know you and I a while back had a falling out. And I feel like I have the need to apologize directly to you for my part of things. I got very ugly and hateful with you. I said some things and I just, I wanted to come up and own up to the fact that, again, I was wrong. I effed up badly. And I wanted to come up and apologize and let you know I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciate that.
I have always respected you and loved you as well. I always kind of thought of you like a brother figure because I never had a brother. And I know there was a time that you and I went back and forth too for a while. But again, on my part, I just wanted to own up and let you know I admit I was wrong.
At least you admit you were wrong, Mrs. P. But are you gonna actually change your behavior this time around? Because we got skeptical people in this chat who don't believe you. And I'm very skeptical because every time you go on your apology spree, you continue and make excuses. I'm just saying it's nice of you that you apologized for the second time already. Okay, but we need to see some changed behavior. Stop with the lies. Okay, that's one thing you can do to self-improve yourself. Two, don't go below the belt. Don't go so low on your community posts. Don't go so low on your videos that people get so angry at you. Right?
Well, I appreciate that, and of course, I accept your apology. And I've
So
always said I always will love you.
I know,
Navigator.
and I have always loved you and respected you. And again, I just want to say I'm sorry for my part of things, and I hope at some point in time that we can be friends again.
Well, and I appreciate that, and I love you, and that is possible. And I hope that like through this you've learned, because I think we can all learn from doing things. And I've never told you what to do. I've never privately or anything. I've given you advice, but I barely take my own advice. But I
Right.
just think, what we say to other people can be very hurtful, especially if
Yes,
it's
you can.
untrue and stuff like that. So I appreciate your
Right.
apology. I hope that also you look around and see maybe some of the other things that you said to people that I care about.
Right.
It's
Right.
not my place to tell you
I'm
that, but there are a lot of
learning to
people that are
look a
hurt
lot
from.
at myself a lot more because it's the same way with Natasha, as you know in the past.
Exactly, Cara D. Words are cheap. Words are very cheap these days. We need to see a change in her behavior. Then maybe we'll reconsider things, She's been this way for years and years. What she's doing what she's always done and will do over and over again. Yes, catch me if you can. Yes, Mrs. Bendover, this is recent. This is today. Hi, sailboat. Yes, this is today, Mrs. Bendover. So this is like several hours ago. So we're reviewing this. Exactly, Navigator. We're gonna get it gets to that. We're going to get to that. We're gonna get to that because I actually call her out on that very. You see, I'm on that panel, so I'm gonna call her out. Just watch what happens.
Past, Natasha and I have gone round and round too, and I've just been just as hateful to her as I have with a lot of other creators on here.
Exactly, catch
But
me if you can.
Natasha and I have made amends, and we just kind of promised each other right now that we'd be kind and civil toward each other, and just stop this stop the hateful attitude and the nastiness with each other.
Okay,
Mrs.
Aquarium
P,
baby.
I have a
It's not
question for you.
necessary. Yes, sir.
Where's your apology for Jamie and Siren for calling them sexual predators? Because I found that very offensive the other day.
Well, brutally honest, I'll be honest with you, is look at the hateful things that they have said towards me and about me.
Well, they're only calling you out for what are lies. You need to
Yeah,
start.
but the thing is, my life is just really none of their concern, really. And if they're going to be hateful, I have a temper too, and Natasha even knows I have a temper, and I fire back like anybody else does. So, just out of all respect, brutally, until they come and apologize to me, Siren has spoken badly
let me
about.
just
Excuse me, Mrs. P. What about the lies you told? Let's see here. Let's go through them. You said Tiffany was a man. That's lie one. That's how this started. Lie two. Must I go on, Mrs. P, with the lies and the bullshit you put everyone through? Come on here. Yeah, exactly, Navigator. She wants an apology. She's not going to get one. Yeah, sailboat. This is the part of it that makes me think that her apology is not genuine at all. This is just my opinion. You know? Yeah, I can see that face. Yeah, she wants an apology from Jamie. I think the apology has to come from her and with changed behavior. And yes, we need to try to get along here. This is the point. You know?
let me say this, Miss P. Let me say this because I mean, she came up here to apologize to Robbie, and I don't think it's really fair to bring up all this other stuff because that's not what she came up here to talk about.
Right.
Exactly.
I understand, Natasha, but some of the things she's been
I
saying.
know. Trust me. I know. But I also, there's
Well,
There's
There's
that's
been a
why
lot of back and
You got a
forth. Like
point,
I
Mrs.
said,
Bendover.
Siren insulted some of my crafts, and he's been
Miss P,
talking.
let's just not. There's no. You don't have to justify it. Just
I
yeah,
know.
because like I was saying, it gets uncomfortable being in the middle. But like somebody was saying that about people say that about me, like I'm a pedo supporter and stuff. So that can put a target on somebody and be dangerous. But again,
Right.
I'm not here to tell you what to do. But
Right.
Exactly, Red Door Woman.
But
I'm
again,
again, it goes back to
Robbie did so much for Mrs. P, and this is what we're getting. This is what we got from her. She backstabbed her in the back. She backstabbed her friend Amy in the back. She backstabbed Siren in the back. She backstabs Jamie in the back. Yeah, Jamie's entitled to his opinion. He didn't like what she was doing or her video. He had the right to do his commentary. And instead of Mrs. P waiting her turn to get a link and either defend herself or talk about it, she decided to run to her channel and click the live button and start ranting and raving. And then was it the day after or the day after that, she cut up his shirt. Then start with the lies called Tiffany Trans. I watched that live, everyone. I saw that live. I was even in her chat. I told one person to stop going real life on her. I stood up for her that one time, and then I make another comment, and I was timed out. So I see, and it wasn't even an offensive comment.
to communication, like communicating
Right.
with people. And if we don't like, well, I'll tell you to fuck off or whatever. But
He's
when it
done
comes
several
to,
lives recently talking about my
Thank you, Selma.
keychains, and it's like, what business is it of his when it comes to my arts and crafts?
But you put
He
the
was
stuff
very
out there.
hurtful, and I struck back. Yeah.
You put the stuff out there, Mrs. P.
Well, she got. Let's just say this: that everybody has.
Right.
No, there is not one person in this entire community, and even the subs that I see in the chat right now, who are innocent.
I'm not
Well,
saying
and
anyone. I'm not
let-
saying everyone's innocent.
Again, I just wanted to come up and apologize to Robbie for being
Well, I
wrong.
do.
to
I accept-
you.
I accept your
And-
apology, Mrs. P. But what I wanted to say too is like Lycan, I don't know if you saw this or not, but he said he did not want to talk about you anymore on his channel and stuff.
Right.
And that goes back like to you guys and stuff, because I know that you can be a reasonable person. That's why when people say,
Right.
"Oh, Miss P," and I know when you get
Exactly, Solo.
unhinged, that's why when you and I
That
have
got me
been
real
close
mad.
and spoke,
Mhm.
I wouldn't tell
Hi,
you. People would be
Spirit.
like, "Are you going to tell her this or that?" And I'm like, I wait like 3 days because Miss P,
Right.
you take forever to calm down. And
I
first of all, I'm
do,
fucking
because
telling you what to
again,
do.
I have a hot temper. And when
I
people
understand that,
fire
Mrs.
off
P.
at me, I fire back. And yeah, I'm nasty. I'm hateful. I admit it. Natasha's seen it. She's dealt with me for the longest time. And I
That's the first truth I heard from you, Mrs. P. You can be hateful. You can be nasty. You go really low sometimes. But at the same time, you can be funny. Why don't you if you stayed on your craft channel and didn't scream at people on your lives, you didn't make these hateful community posts, people would leave you alone. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm just telling you the way it is. People aren't that shallow, I don't think. And if they are, just block them from your channel. That's it.
tell you what, Natasha, I have so much love and respect for you because you call me out on my shit when you feel the need to. And
I
it's
do.
like,
I tell you
okay,
to stop.
I know exactly. And when I hear that, it's like, okay, yep.
Thank you,
That's
Styra.
why. That's why I don't want you to
I'm-
get started here. Because she
Right.
has. I just don't. I don't think it's the time or the place. And
Right.
Yeah,
But
because
like
you
I
did.
said,
Mrs.
when
P.
you step up and you say, Miss P, stop. It's like, yes, ma'am, I'm stepping
Here.
back.
I'll say it like this, Mrs. Portland and you guys. This is a good example, and for you, and I think for everybody
I
else,
don't like Natasha
that
either,
like when we get
Firefly.
pissed off, okay,
That's just my
we often do, well, I don't think before I say shit, I just fucking scream.
Mhm.
So I think by you apologizing to me,
Hey,
and you've done
Sarosa.
it, and people say you do it over and over, but you know what? At least you're doing it. So when you apologize, like you can think back the next time you go, maybe for example, to get mad at me again or
Right.
something, that maybe you'll think a little bit more before you
Right.
say mean stuff. And that goes for you
Right.
saying mean stuff
But
about anyone.
again, I'm going to ask the
Jesus,
same
take the
thing as
wheel,
everybody
freaking-
else is when you
Noodle
fire
Mash.
off.
oh, Noodle Mash, get over it. She's on panel. If you all you're doing in the damn chat is bitching about her being here. She may not have seen you in the chat. She came up on panel to apologize to Robbie. If you don't like the fact that she's in here, then you fucking leave or shut up. I'm getting down now because I'm getting pissed. Thank you for listening.
It isn't your panel, Natasha. You shouldn't be telling people what to do. All right? It wasn't my place to say anything, so that's why I didn't say anything to you. All right?
Let me come up, Robbie.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Natasha. But again, Robbie, my point that I just really want to make is when people fire at me, you need to expect with my hot temper that I'm going to fire back.
Well,
And if
calling
and
people
that's why you
sexual
guys like this
predators
is kind of like
me,
is wrong.
yeah, no,
It's
and
over the
Mrs.
line.
Like that's why with you apologizing, I do appreciate that, and that's why, like I said, it is uncomfortable, like because I'm having a live stream and I've been silent because I've
know.
seen people not getting along, and I'm just sitting here letting you guys coexist because I love all of you.
Right,
Lycan
right.
is my friend. Natasha and I, we're not friends, but you know, we're
Exactly.
being
Right.
peaceful right now.
I get it.
Me and you, we're not friends.
I
We're
will
being
not
peaceful.
disrespect you
So-
of who you choose to be friends with because I'm not your mom. I'm not your sister. I have no
Right.
right to tell you who you can and cannot be friends with.
Exactly. Mrs. P has something right here. People are not going to sit there and tell Robbie who to be friends with and who not to be friends with. Come on here. It's not my place to tell you who to be friends with, right, everyone? On here? It's not my place to tell you where to go, which chat you could be in, right? You know, at least some of us could be in agreement with that simple concept.
But again, my main point is when you all get nasty with me and you fire off at me, you're going to have to expect that I'm hot tempered and I will fire back.
Yes.
Okay, let's get into that, Mrs. P. When you get hot and fire tempered, there's a line you draw in the sand. All right? You don't go after people's children. You don't threaten to go real life on them. Right? You don't make false allegations against them, against people. So the other day, you accused Siren of having sex with his kids, which is disgusting. I am calling this out right here, right now. What you said was utterly vulgar and disgusting. And it is not fucking true. All right? Then you called Jamie a sex offender. That's utterly false. So you don't make allegations against people without proof on your community posts. Okay? Have a little class. All right? You called Tiffany a man and you have absolutely no proof. You're just spreading rumors. So that wasn't right either. Don't strike any lower than they strike you, is my advice to you, Mrs. P.
But
But
all
there's-
we're
there's
saying
that-
is like making up. If you say somebody's like a predator or something, that could be really damaging to somebody. So that's all I'm saying. But
Right.
Siren
But
just
again,
wanted to.
you know, the hurtful
Here's
things that have been
Siren.
said to me.
No, I get that, but go ahead, Siren.
Hey, Mrs. Portland, I know you're still here. Me trying to get you to reorient back to reality and in no way gives you the right to accuse me of what you did.
Exactly,
I agree with that.
Siren. I agree with you 100%.
You
And that's
know
why-
you're in the wrong, and if you weren't in the wrong, you wouldn't have just taken off.
I
Yep.
agree with that. And that's why when she was apologizing to me, you know, I don't want to be mean to her, but at the same time, I was trying to say in a nice way. And I've never told Miss Portland what to do, but saying in a nice way, like, thank you for that. But there's other people also that it's not just me. Like, I'm not even owed an apology. I think a lot worse things have been said to you guys and about you. And of course, I can't tell her what to do, but loving you, Siren, and Lycan and anybody else that, you know, I have to say, well, these are still people I care about, and this is being said about them. So, like, I was trying to bring it to her attention without pissing her off. And of course, not trying to start an argument because after all, she was apologizing. But if you did see her community post on Siren, it was really damaging and it was full of things that can put a target on Siren. And that's what's dangerous when people say stuff about men in these communities and putting targets on them, saying they support SA and all this stuff. Like, not only are you lying about somebody, but there are very violent, crazy people out there that will want to harm somebody, will want to come after Siren because of those lies. So that's why it's not okay, and
right,
it's
exactly,
really harmful.
Yeah. And when I watched saw those community posts, I admit I was triggered.
Yeah,
I understand that, Mrs. Portland, but he simply was just trying to tell you that your post about him was not accurate and it was unkind.
And it was defamatory.
That's what he was coming up, and he was being calm and respectful. So as long as you're listening to what he's saying.
Yeah, throughout everything, Mrs. Portland, I'm the only one, because you blocked me throughout everything. I'm the only one who's tried to reorient you and tried to get you back to reality and try to tell you that what you were saying was not okay and try to get you to talk things out. And you listened to the wrong people. And now look where you are. You have a TRO on you on a stalking order. And now you have to head to court because you listened to all the wrong people. Now look where you are. Okay?
Listen, Mrs. P. I still stand by that. Hours later. Have a nice long listen, Mrs. P. He's not bullying you. He's telling you like it is. Telling it like it is. Okay? He was informing you about the situation with the agates. He was informing you of the law. He was informing you of cyber stalking laws. He absolutely did nothing wrong. And in reality, I think he was trying to help you. Okay? And you get in with this bunch. Think about it. How many of these new friends donated to your PayPal pool or your Cash App? Think about it. Is this why you're coming? Is this why you're crawling back to Robbie? Because your PayPal's empty, and you're trying to do the Christmas grift. I'm just curious. I'm just wondering. Really. I hope you're truly sorry for what you've said and done. I truly hope so. But you're going to have to convince us with changed behavior. We're not going to take your word for it.
And I didn't want to make all this, obviously you guys can talk about this elsewhere, but I do want to let you know, Miss Portland, I accept your apology, but I also love Siren and support him. And, he showed me what you had said yesterday. And I said, that's absolutely unacceptable. I
love Siren and I love Jamie too. So I don't hate you, Mrs. P, but your conduct is unacceptable.
Thank you for that, Mrs. Portland.
There's sirens apology.
That's what I was saying. Miss Portland, I've always related to you because I fire off the tongue real fast. That's why I've always had it's one of the other reasons I have a soft spot for you, because I'm the same way. But some of the things that we say are putting a label on somebody like that, like when it makes it dangerous, that's, we can't be doing that kind of stuff.
Especially calling people pedophiles without proof.
Yeah,
that is disgusting.
It is getting so old, because the thing is, people say that, all of us men are sexist on here and go after women, but that is sexist in itself, just to target a man and put that label on him, because that's going to be damaging to them. Like, that is one thing that can completely ruin a man's reputation. And I think every single one of us men on here have been called that or a supporter of it, and it's bullshit. So it needs to stop. And I'm glad you have better friends, Miss Portland. Hang on, let me make sure that's liking. And I might have to walk Brooklyn, but hold on. I'm gonna let. Is that you liking?
Hey, yeah, it's me.
Okay.
Hi, Jamie.
Go ahead.
Hey, so I just was coming up just to say, there's a big difference between just mouthing off because you're explosive and you just, react to things, in a visceral way. There's a completely different thing when it comes to making false accusations against people. That is a very deliberate and intentional act.
Exactly, Jamie. You're 100% correct. It is a deliberate act when you start making false accusations. It takes some thought. You put some thought into it. You put a lot of thought into making up these accusations. Yeah, one girl, Jess K, decided called me a pedophile behind my back. And on my community wall, I debunk it. Because it's not true. Yes, it pissed me off at first. I said, how dare her? But see, I'm making her look like an idiot by doing so. But Mrs. P doing this to Siren and Jamie, yeah, I'm sure they got mad when they read it. At first, it stung. But they're considering the source of who said it. Someone who lies. Yeah, Mrs. P is the type, if you disagree with her, it's a hate attack. You don't go along with her agenda, it's a hate attack. Hate attack. Please don't go after her looks, please. Please. Hi, Linda. Oh, yes. Noodle was in chat, and Natasha went off on her. She had no right to do that, in my opinion. She had every right to be there and have a voice there, even if she was in chat. Red Door woman. It's unless Noodle was being disruptive, right? She has every right to be there. With no interruptions by who's on panel. She keeps Natasha on side because she sees all the donations Natasha gets from her subs, and Mrs. P wants some of that. Yeah, Solo. But I don't think she's probably getting much of that. Because I think there's a mixed opinion on that. She's very controversial, even in Natasha's community, Oh, yeah, she starts a lot of it, but she doesn't start everything. Let's just put it that way. She doesn't start everything, but she starts a lot of it. Again, this is when Robbie should have asked, what did they say, do, tell us? Okay, let's continue.
That takes forethought. All right. I don't know who she's hearing this shit from, or if she just made it up. She grabbed it out of her ass.
Hey, Rachel.
That shit is never okay to say.
I agree.
And that I swear to God, like I'm serious when I say false accusations should be grounds to kick someone out of a fucking community, because that is not fucking okay. Unless you have proof to back up your accusations, shut your fucking mouth.
Amen.
And those are some pretty harsh accusations. Like, that's not just something, because you
He
may say
said
it.
he slept with his daughter. I mean, this is disgusting. You don't get a pass to say that shit. I don't care how reactive you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
That's
then
just an
even
excuse,
if
in
you
my
do
opinion.
apologize and say, "Hey, I'm sorry I said that about you," that doesn't take that gossip out of somebody else's ear that didn't hear you apologize. So they're always going to think that when they see Siren.
Yeah.
And that's a way different than somebody not caring about what somebody thinks. Like, obviously, you have to have a thick skin, but that's something, there's not really a thick skin thick enough to have that label put on you.
Hi, Shelly.
Right. And then you have Natasha up here coddling her, introducing her to her community. So her slanderous accusations have the potential of reaching way more people. So that's great. And, she's not going to say like, hey, you shouldn't call Siren a child predator. You shouldn't call Lycan a child predator either. She's not saying this stuff to her.
See,
There's no moral here.
This stream has been like, it's been nice seeing different people, but it's been really uncomfortable doing it because I put the link out there for that Big D guy, and everybody else came in, and we have Noodle and Natasha, and everybody that I've become peaceful with, and then my close circle of people and stuff.
Aquarian,
it's been really uncomfortable sitting up here and
Exactly.
seeing people and kind of like sitting on the edge of my seat, like, oh, please don't let them start fighting. And that's what sucks, is that people do this, and then you do have what Mrs. P did, and it's something I don't agree with. So it's also uncomfortable her sitting here apologizing to me, but at the same time doing that to somebody I obviously care and support. So
yeah, she also made comments about Siren's ex-wife, like really
who was
disgusting
the
one.
person that did that first? So she must have heard that, because I think it was
First.
who said who did
make those accusations about me and my daughter first.
Who did?
Natasha did.
So she's taking cues from Natasha. What a fucking surprise.
I'm not. Did you hear that, everyone? So Natasha's no better than Mrs. P. Natasha is no better. So, yeah, she was on Robbie's panel today, and she was calling out a scammer. And I was trying this hard not to say, practice what you preach, Natasha. But I was being respectful to Robbie. You get what I'm saying, everyone? Natasha's no better. She needs to practice what she preaches. And now Mrs. P is taking cues from Natasha. I think while she was over there before, she actually learned some things. Sadly for the worst. I think she improved on her grifting skills, but I think as time went on, people don't want to give her any money anymore.
In my comment section, what are you talking about? Gold Star Mom, that might be a troll. I don't know what that is. In my comment section. Oh, is that what you're talking about?
Oh, yes, Natalie X.
I don't remember what comment I left, so if you could refresh my memory. I don't remember. But yeah, no, I don't think that's okay. And Siren sent me that last night. So
yeah, frankly, I mean, once I saw Mrs. P's like true character and that a lot of the things she says are intentional, I thought to myself, I made it really simple in my mind. Why do I want to keep around assholes?
Right, Jamie.
Well, and it's the same thing as, I mean, anybody putting a label on you that severe.
Right.
I mean, look, when people get put on a list, that's damaging for a lifetime. So when you're saying that shit and then you have gullible, stupid people out there that are willing to attack. It's really annoying. And I'm so sick of that word, pedo, all that
Yeah.
shit. Like, I'm so tired of that, because if you truly thought that, you wouldn't be on the internet spreading the rumors and gossip. You would actually be reporting somebody, and it would be a false fucking report.
Right. You go to the actual cops to report it if it actually happened.
Exactly.
And wouldn't Siren be in jail? I mean,
Right.
Yeah,
Jesus,
no, all these
people are
people
so
that are like,
fucking
oh my
stupid.
God, you're so creepy, like Pesky was saying in your comments, brutally honest. You and Siren
Yeah.
are so creepy. Well, then what the fuck are you doing watching them, Pesky?
Right. Why are you watching everything we do and say?
You must have like a freaky fetish then.
She has a
Creepy
creep fetish.
I don't think anything's unforgivable, but it's incredibly damaging, Breezy, and because
I think
that's
it's
really hard to come
unforgivable.
back from.
I think it's
I think it is.
unforgivable.
I
Yeah.
agree with Jamie on that. Pedophilia and rape is like unforgivable. God may forgive.
Well, you guys know my
but-
opinion on it.
God may forgive you, but
Well, I think I think Breezy meant the accusations, but yes, obviously that's unforgivable as well.
right, if you're actually a rapist or pedophile,
Right. Yeah.
but with these false
Gold
accusations,
star.
they're
By the way,
just
someone keeps
unforgivable.
trying to accuse me of being a rape apologist. I don't know where that comes from.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think the only thing they're gleaning that from is because of the scientific information that I doled out one time, that
Mhm.
there is a
Right.
sexual arousal during some rapes that occur.
Well,
that doesn't mean that I condone rape.
Okay, let's dive into that for a moment, everyone. Okay, it wasn't just that. I remember hearing the clip. I don't think I watched the stream, but Jamie actually told, I think it was Lori, if I'm not mistaken. He told Lori on panel that he didn't believe her story, especially with the one getting raped, about being raped. That's another instance. Well, Lori isn't exactly credible. She sits there with CJ trolling and starting shit with people. So he made a sarcastic comment towards her. Well, he's not exactly promoting rape. He said if someone was going to have sex with you, it would probably be rape. That's what he said. I'm not sure if that's the exact wording, but that's what I heard. Yeah, and Robbie here is not condoning sexual abuse. Let's get that straight. His words is God forgives everyone and God loves everyone. It doesn't mean he as a person condones or supports pedophilia or sex offenders. Can everyone get that straight, everybody? Can we get the issue straight, or his words or intentions correctly, and not just sit there and cherry pick everything and take it out of context? Because Jamie actually sat there, and several times I heard him put down pedophiles, yelled at how much he hated them. But then you suddenly call him a rape apologist and Robbie a rape apologist. Come on here. No still means no. Okay? People. People like Captain Kangaroo sit there with their little with something up their ass and burning diarrhea, and they have to sit there and just show people what they want you to see.
Rape, or that there's any pleasure. There's no pleasure that is derived from that. It's a physiological response in the body.
You don't even have to talk about the article. All you people need to do, and it might benefit you to go watch a little bit of kink, like porn or something. Go to any porn website and type in role-playing rape fantasy or something, and you'll see it arouses a lot of these people in these videos.
True,
So
there are rape fantasies and stuff. That's a thing. Yeah. But I'm talking about like actual rape.
Yeah, Robbie has a point. They do have those types of videos, and a lot of people do watch those. Unfortunately, and I'm not one of them. I will not watch those videos. Yeah,
that occur. Not like the fetishist, people.
Right. Well, and somebody had mentioned, Siren said something about tickling. Like, I don't like to be tickled, but if you tickle me, it's going to be like,
oh, you could you could tickle my pickle, Robbie.
People just don't listen to context. They see you as somebody they don't like. So anything you say, they're going to twist it around. You could look, they're going to say that we were up here with a pickle on here and we're condoning the R word.
Right.
That's what they're going to say because they're not listening.
Right.
Right. I seem to.
They watch all the time, but they don't register.
And if you actually listen to Jamie more than one video, you see him slamming rapists and actual pedophiles. You don't see him condoning it. You actually see him cursing it out.
In my opinion, if you're calling somebody a predator, a stalker, and all these words, but your channel is dedicated to being a predator, watching someone's every move like a predator does, watching for them to slip up and stalking them like a predator does, then you're fucking no better. Sure. And that's all these people are doing is it is predatory behavior to stalk somebody so much to wait for them. Ooh, they slipped up again. Ooh, they slipped up again. Like you're watching all the time. That's fucking predator behavior.
Agreed. And by the way, Natasha, because Tokyo says that Natasha's live now and wants people to come up and say to her face what you're saying in the chat. I'm going to say this, that Natasha's a coward and a hypocrite because she would never let me up to say this shit to her face. Never.
True, Siren.
Well, I want to say that I'm glad that I was able to have a bunch of people that I care about here. And then, we had Noodle Mash and Mrs. Portland and Natasha, who, Natasha, her and I we go back and forth, but I'm glad that her and I have been able to be on some sort of peaceful level. But I want everyone to know, like for you liking and stuff, like that doesn't take my support away from anybody else. I simply do, whether people like to believe it or not, want to coexist and like get along with people. And that's why I always offer people to talk or whatever. But obviously I'm not going to condone something like Mrs. Portland posting something about Siren. Is that going to take away me forgiving her for her apology to me? No. But like I was trying to say nicely, maybe you can take a look around and see maybe some other people you could possibly apologize to.
Right.
So, I mean.
Right. But as I said before in one of my earlier videos, it's up to the individual to accept her apology. And it seems to be Jamie and maybe Siren don't accept her apology and don't buy it.
I'm done with her apologies.
Yeah, and you're completely entitled to that. And of course, like when you have somebody that has multiple times, said, "Hey, I love you and Michael. I hope you last forever," and then turn around and say, "You hope that we, it ends in disaster," and then go back and forth. Like
apologies don't mean much when you keep doing the same actions over and over again with no change.
Right. Like it's still nice to have an apology, but at the same time, like I was saying earlier about levels of friendship on here, like if you're on here and you talk to me outside of YouTube, but you're just sending a message to me from a fake account or a fake email, but you're like, "Oh yeah, we're friends, but I've never seen you." It's the same level of trust goes with doing shit like that all the time. Like there's not a lot of credibility there because you're starting to see it like, oh, okay, well, they're not standing up for who they are. They're not standing up for what they believe in. And they're not doing what they're like pretending to do. So I love Mrs. Portland. I always will. But I mean, changed behavior.
Sometimes you just gotta let go.
Yeah. Change behavior is the way to go.
I'll accept Mrs. Portland's apology because that's what God says I should do. But it's behavior has to change, and her behavior doesn't change. So as far as any kind of relationship, or we're done. We're done.
You know what I'll take instead of an apology? I'll take a change behavior.
Right.
I'll take that.
Right, Siren? We'll take her changed behavior
Yes.
over an apology any day.
In fact, whenever someone feels the need to apologize to me from now on, don't even say it. Just say change behavior, and I'll.
Yup. How many of you put a 1 if you want change behavior from her? 2 if you rather have an apology from her. I'm seeing all 1s here. Oh, I got a 0. I don't blame you, Linda. You got a point there, Sarosa. True. You got a point there. Okay, Sizzle Silva, that's fair. That's a fair okay, Spirit. Okay, Solo. That's fine. Yeah, I'd rather see a change behavior, but I would like to see her go away in a way. You know? Hi, Witchy Nicole. How are you? Hi, Rachel. Oh, I said hello to you. Yeah, I'd rather see either a change behavior or and her go away. But I don't know if that's gonna happen, really. Does anyone really think she's gonna go away anytime soon? Exactly, Patty G. I agree with you sort of on that. She is gonna get someone hurt. But she did do what she did to you, and that I was like, whoa, putting your name in on her channel, and I was like, what the hell is she doing? I know, Patty G. I know. I'm not going to argue with doctors and say there's nothing wrong with her. But at the same time, when I was on Robbie's panel, I said she doesn't respond to getting screamed at or yelled at. So I just said it. I just said what I said to her in a calm voice and just asked her some questions. You know? Hi, Tevi. That's a good point, Sailboat. I really don't know if she would have went on panel if Natasha wasn't there. That's actually a good question. That's actually a good question. That's anyone's guess at this time. Hi, Amy. Welcome.
Immediately value that way more.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I
Anyone
have to
can just
go.
apologize and just keep doing what they're doing.
Then they're just an asshole.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
Bingo.
had the chance to come back up on this panel if she wanted anything said to her face, because I'm at work on my lunch break and I've got to go back to work. So, you know.
Well, thank you for not coming up and being like, "Wah!" You know, you came up here respectful.
Right.
So, yeah. So there's that.
We don't do that, Robbie.
No.
We don't.
I don't
come
know
up
if
here
it's still up.
We're men, Robbie. We're not emotional like the women folk.
Yeah, we don't have feelings, and we're just here to target people that we have no idea what their gender is, but people pick a gender for them and be like, they're targeting women.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Right, that's bullshit. We're calling out the behavior, not the gender.
Yeah, because making a statement like that and, you know, pedo and all that kind of stuff, that's targeting a man. Nobody talks about women
You like it, Spirit?
targeting men and saying that with no proof. You are doing exactly what you're saying we do.
Right.
You're literally going after a
Now I'm
man
an
and
eggplant.
making it easy to insult
Well,
him
that
or
statement,
slander.
the statement is inherently sexist. You know, a man going at a woman. So are you implying because women are inherently weaker than men, they can't handle it?
Yeah, and they're the ones saying that.
Right.
Not
They're making the sexist statements.
And if you truly thought like a woman couldn't take it, like if I thought somebody, just like I don't go hard at Mrs. P or K Rocks because there's a different level. If I thought women were on a different level,
Yes,
I'd be like,
Patty G,
who cares?
you are right on that.
Like we're not even on the same level. I'm not even going to respond, but we are on the same fucking level, and that's why you get a response because we're the same.
Exactly.
Right.
There's a buffer here online. We're all treated the same here. We all have the same exposure and the same ability to turn on the camera and speak our minds. So
right. But at the same time, being a woman is
Or
not a
be a
shield.
pickle.
no.
Right.
Yeah, right.
You can tickle mine anytime.
Bill's got pickle privilege.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for coming up, and thank you for not making me feel incredibly uncomfortable because there were names popping up as people came on panel.
Oh yes, Linda,
like,
she's gotten away with 2
No,
names already.
It was kind of uncomfortable.
Both of them.
No, we're good, Robbie.
Okay. Well, have a good day, guys.
All right,
I'm
later.
gonna go. Bye. Bye, Siren.
Okay,
bye,
bye-bye.
Brutally Honest. Thank you for coming up.
Okay. Yes, Robbie handled it wonderfully. Robbie handled this wonderfully. Hi, Lonnie. How are you today? Oh, I'm muted? Can can everyone hear me? Someone said they can't hear me. I'm muted. Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure. Hi, Jan. Yeah. So now I'm hearing. Hi, Becca Chu. Yeah, now I'm hearing that Jamie went live twice last night. Oh, thank you, Sizzle Silva. Hi, Gladys. Yeah, that little bitch, Sharon or whatever her name is, decided to stream Tiffany's revenge porn. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Even if it's on audio only, you could still get the idea of what's going on. And this isn't a porn platform, everybody. You're here to learn something or here it's for entertainment. I think it's in the TOS, no real porn is to be uploaded on here. And what do? Exactly, Patty G. There is no excuse. It's total harassment. I've heard all these rumors about Tiff, and I only was able to confirm one as being true or half true or whatever. And what Tiffany did in her past as an occupation or something is her business. It's like none of our business. Her past relationships with men, what she does for a living. You get what I'm saying, everybody? Yes, I really like Tiff. I really like Tiff. And it's really disturbing that these people go after her like they do. I'm saying everybody has issues. Everybody has issues. I have issues. We all know Noodle Mash has issues. Everybody on here, exactly, Amy. It's nobody's business. But everyone has to stick their nose in where it doesn't belong. And now we have Pesky. Remember that bitch, everybody? Remember that unlawful drunk? Yup. Pesky. She leaves a comment on my video, my last live, thinking it would offend me. Oh, right. Yeah, Pesky the Pest, right, Patty G? She was probably drinking again, left a comment. I didn't bother to even respond to her because I know what she's been doing up to. And Robbie responded. Okay. Thank you, Robbie. And now I'm finding out that she's still going after Tiff and Jamie. And what is it over? Guess what? It's over because she was mad because Jamie wouldn't get involved in her little beef with Gold Star Mom. That's right, everybody. He wasn't getting involved in her bullshit. Hi, Ocean Wave. Yeah, Jamie wasn't going to get involved with her bullshit. And then he lets voices, doesn't ban voices from her chat, his chat. And oh, that's a good one, Firefly. That's a wonderful one. Go get a can of Raid. When Pesky's on the loose, grab yourself a no pest strip or a can of Raid. That's wonderful. Yeah, and then she's starting to dox Tiff, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing, Pesky? And he says, I was nothing but nice to her when she talked about her being an alcoholic, and then AA wasn't right for her, and I was nothing but nice. Jamie gave her a wrench, and she sits there ungrateful, being a spiteful bitch. And even when CJ struck her channel, remember that, everybody? Remember when CJ struck her channel down? Jamie even helped her write the counter strike. Hi, Tinksy. How are you today? He even helped her with the counter strike. and she got her channel back. Now she goes over to Granny's Watching's channel and AJ's. Like the tool she is. I know, Lonnie. Isn't it that simple? It's that simple. If you don't like them, Pesky, you just leave Lycan, Tiffany, Robbie, and Siren alone. You don't go troll their channels. You don't make nasty comments, community posts. You don't email them. Do you get a simple concept, Pesky? Do you get that simple concept? Really? Jamie has helped a lot of people. Okay, Pesky? He even helped you. What an ungrateful bitch you are. And you sit there on your drunk fucking ass, probably dropped as a child, and you pull this shit. I'm sometimes lost for words. And you go after her kid? You make references to her kid with the Munchausens? Yes, I watched Jamie's second stream on replay. That's why I was late coming on. Because I want to be informed. Yeah, that's right, Pesky. I watched that little shit video Jamie was reviewing, and you are a piece of shit. That's right, Pesky. You need to go to AA this time, and you need some actual support for people who give a shit. Because you're beginning to break on this community's nerves. Kingsley Bell, this is Pesky we're talking about now. Remember her? The drunk British girl that used to mod for Jamie? Yeah, Pesky. Pesky. Yeah, that's right. Okay, good night, Solo. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Pesky just needs to leave people alone. And she doesn't like them. She just doesn't get it. She runs over to Granny's watching after she sends Jamie's revenge porn. Then she supports someone who sends revenge porn or threatens to send it to Tiffany's PTA, kids PTA. I know, right, Firefly? These people do need an exorcism, if there's such a thing as possession. You know? Oh, these people. Some of these people are gross on here. Yeah, and I'm saying, what did Pesky? I have a question for you. What did Tiff personally do to you, or what has her kid done to you that got you triggered here? I'd like to know that, really. Now let's go to your I actually supported you when you were going after CJ because she is a troublemaking no good bitch. Okay, I actually will give you that, to be fair. But after you had your little spat with Gold Star Mom, I don't know the exact story behind that. I don't really care, to be honest with you. You could have at least gave common courtesy, people common courtesy to not to let people get involved in your bullshit. That's between you and Gold Star Mom. Okay? Or between you and Lufa. We don't really care. Okay? You need to get yourself some help. And your comments on Sally Ann, or commenting on Sally Ann, I'm actually proud of her for once that she's admitting she has a problem. Maybe you should admit that you have a problem and get some help. Okay? At least I wasn't dropped as a kid. All right? Or crack addicted, or whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry that your husband died suddenly or whatever the deal was, but it's no excuse to treat other people like shit. Oh yeah, she could be jealous, probably. She's an pickled jolly green giant for Halloween. Oh yeah, I'm sure. They have zero compassion, which means they have a personality disorder. Linda, sometimes when some of these people are ripe with substance abuse, they act like they have one. That's what Dr. Drew said one time on his show when I was watching. Just FYI. Yes, I can understand that, Amy. Exactly. I'm not saying it's an excuse because her husband died. I'm actually telling her it's not an excuse, I'm telling her it's not an excuse to treat people like shit. I'm saying to get some free counseling or something, or a substance abuse in the UK. Now let's go to let's find her channel. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go through her community posts. See if she's oh, certainly, Amy. Hold on. I'll put the link in the StreamYard. I just found it. It takes me a minute sometimes. Hold up. Oh yeah, she has lots of them, Tevy. She has lots of them. Here we go. There you go, Amy. Hi, Locomai Life. Welcome. Okay, everyone. Can everyone see this okay? Okay, let me just enlarge that right there. Okay. That's just her dog. That's just a Scooby-Doo. Okay, that's just a meme. Oh, look at here. She's obsessed with Tiff. Okay, here. Okay, Tiffany, let me look in the mirror. Let's compare. Keep running with the narrative that I'm drunk. You have nothing else, so who cares? The right people. No, I'm not. Only their opinion matters to me. Okay, I'm looking in the mirror. I own my house outright. I'm independent. I was married to a beautiful man for 22 years. We loved and adored each other. We made a gorgeous, self-loving son. I've never begged for money online telling people my boyfriend is abusive. How many times have you done that and took the money, but you're still there? I don't date a boy on the other side of the country that I have no intention of meeting. I date a man in real life. I have absolutely nothing to hide. I fought the toughest battles and I'm winning. And I'm so proud of myself. There you go. I looked and that's what I saw. See, I didn't look shame. Addiction shame. Aren't I grown up? Wow, Pesky. Wow. Does that make you feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside? Congratulations. Congratulations, Pesky. Nobody cares. Right? You're nothing but a backstabbing bitch. Oh, here we go. We got another one with Mark Tiffany. Wow. Tiff, is that addiction shaming? I've been fighting for that a long time and I've been winning that fight. And I'm very fucking proud of myself. Thank you. How very weak of you. I wonder how many addicts are fighting addiction in that very chat. In this community, even. When you have to resort to addiction shaming, you lost the fight before it even started. Am I surprised? Nah, I predicted everything. You and Yampy ass are saying in an email about a week ago. Yep, Yampy is British, so it's puddled. Sorry if that irritates you. Really, Pesky? Again, what has Tiff done to you that's so bad? Come on. Come on, Pesky. You're welcome, voices. It should be in the chat. You have to scroll up, Amy. Let's go here. Let's go. Let's go to your next one. Just a little disclaimer. I never revenge porn. I never even watched revenge porn. I would never ever bring children into this or families no matter what. Okay, bye. Really, Pesky. So you hang around with someone who does or threatens to send revenge porn to Tiff's kids' school. Real classy of you, Pesky. So you said that you don't support revenge porn, that you don't do it, that you don't watch revenge porn, and you never bring children into this. Well, I watched on Jamie's stream that you do. You're such a liar, Pesky. Why don't you start telling the truth for once? Yeah, we all know about Scotty and her little revenge porn quest. So knock off the act, all right, Pesky? I've been caught. Okay, here's Pesky again. I've been called worse by better people than you. Your manipulation of everyone and nicey act is why people need to know about you. That's why I'm doing this. And no emails asking me to stop will work this time off. Certain peeps. If you have nothing to worry about crying, why cry? I had a pet rat once named Hector. He was so cute and clever. Really, Pesky. Hold on, everyone. Oh, okay. So, Amy, hold on. Okay. Amy wants to come up, so I'm just waiting for her. Okay, hold on. So, Pesky, you had a. So you're calling. You're telling everyone that Tiff had a pet rat named Hector. Wow, such an expose. You know. You know, Pesky. It's so low. Hold on. Having a. Okay, here you go. Hi, Amy.
Hey, it's not letting me upload a picture. That's weird.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah. I wanted to explain my part on this whole Sally Ann thing
Okay, no problem.
because I'm not trying to be a bitch or anything like that, but I think we've just been through enough on YouTube that you just got to start watching your back on stuff and take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and you know what we've been through. So here's my problem I have. I don't know. I don't understand the whole story. What's going on? Okay. Robbie talked to me a little bit about it last night. We talked. But don't you think it's really weird that now she's contacting saying how sorry she is? I understand people have addictions. I get that. Okay.
Right.
I understand it. I have friends that are addicts. I have friends that have been addicts. And I'm not trying to downgrade anybody for it or put anyone down because I do believe that it's an illness. I really do.
Right. It's an illness
But
like alcoholism
when
and drug
right,
addiction and
but when you're being called out for something and you know you have people against you, especially on YouTube, because a lot of people around these YouTube streets, like they all have to be in a clique. Everybody has to be in some type of clique or involved in a group or something like that. And she knows right now people are pissed off at her. Okay.
right.
And now all of a sudden she has bad behavior. She called out being an alcoholic, which is very brave and courage of her to, you know, for her to say. But drug addicts, alcoholics, all of them are the biggest manipulators because they manipulate to get their fix. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not
Yes,
trying to be
yes, it does.
I'm
Yes, it
not
does.
trying to be rude. I'm not trying to put anybody down here. I just this is facts. And now because she has people upset with her and mad at her, she's sorry to Robbie. Let me kind of, I watched my best friend on YouTube go through absolute freaking hell and dragged all of this community, teaming up with women power. I've seen people make those comments. Robbie was and Lycan were both accused of putting this woman through mental illness, causing her to want to, you know, take her herself. You know what I'm talking about. I'm
Right.
not.
I know what you're talking about with
And
Sally
it's
Ann.
like now all of a sudden, because she has this other group of women that are mad at her, she's sorry to Robbie. You know, Robbie's
Right.
going through a lot right now too. The guy's trying to get married. He's trying to live his life. He's dealing with a freaking stalker he's been dealing with for 2 years. I mean, how much more does this guy have to go through? You
Right,
know,
exactly.
and Robbie needs some type of peace. And you know, he can forgive her. That's his choice. What Robbie decides to do with it, that's his
Right.
choice. You know, I'm
It's
just
all
here.
his choice. Like I said before,
Right.
on my one video, it's up to the individuals to accept an apology. And I said on
Right.
his panel today
Right.
that it's up to them. It's up
Right.
to Siren. It's up to Jamie whether you
Right.
take an apology. But at the same time, we like to see a change in behavior.
Right. And you know, it's just I just don't want to see her running to Robbie because she has and using him because she has other people upset with her right now. You know, I mean, I take my friendship with Robbie very seriously. I mean, we have a very good friendship. You know, I'm here for him. He knows I support him no matter what. No matter what. But I'm just sick and tired of seeing people treat him like absolute fucking shit on YouTube. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm literally sick of it. And everybody says Robbie attacks these women. Robbie does this. Robbie doesn't do shit. Robbie defends himself. That's what Robbie does. That is what he does. And then he turns out to be the bad person all the time. You know, I mean, he has been an amazing friend to me. He has always treated me with the utmost respect. He has done whatever it takes to help me and understand. I mean, if I just need someone to talk to, he's there. You know what I'm saying? And he understands.
And so am I, you know?
You too. But it's just, you know, it's like, I'm just so tired of watching this poor guy be dragged to the freaking dirt. And so, yes, it's very hard for me to be very forgiving in a situation like this because the timing of it is very weird.
Exactly.
Very weird.
And I think a lot of the people in chat agree with
Mhm.
you, actually.
Yeah.
The timing is suspicious.
Mean. Like, I'm not a bitch and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just he's
You're
been
being
through
pragmatic.
a lot. Yeah,
You're being
he's been through a
pragmatic.
lot. Yeah. So that's just my
Yeah,
point.
Amy, you're being pragmatic, actually, because a lot of the people don't actually buy her sincerity, and I'm questioning it
Right.
myself.
Mhm.
I'm questioning Mrs. P's sincerity. Because
I'm
look at,
talking about Sally Ann.
yeah, I'm saying both.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about everybody in general. You know,
Yeah,
it's like just everyone in general. But I don't know.
and then we have Pesky running around here.
Yeah, I don't know much about Pesky at all. So
Right. I just did my research and I says, whoa, this
but
girl.
I have not seen. I mean, I talk to Tiff and Lycan every single day, and I have not. They don't talk bad about people. They're not in a
Right.
chat bragging anybody. Or I mean, we joke around. We tell jokes. That's what we do. And you know, it's like I haven't seen them purposely plan to go after anybody or plan any. And I'm like literally in a chat with them all day. You know, and I
Right.
don't see any planning going on or anyone trying to attack. The only thing I've seen Jamie and Tiff do is defend themselves just like Robbie, you know? I mean,
Right.
when you're constantly being dragged all over the place, you're going to get to that point sooner or later where you're like, I've had enough. You know, it's normal. It's a natural reaction. And I mean, these people are digging into Tiff and pulling up old stuff. Nobody was there during that time. Nobody knows what happened. There's two
Right.
sides to the story, you know, and nobody was around Tiff at that time. It was a totally different community. So people are sitting here putting their 2 cents in it when they don't know the whole entire situation.
Exactly. No one was there. No one knows the entire situation. So why are they sitting here judging Tiff?
Because it's a way for them to attack her.
I think it's a way to attack Jamie, to be honest with you.
Well, I think they're using Tiff. I think they're using whatever I don't know, whatever's out there about Tiff, they're using that against Jamie. Exactly
Right.
what they're using it to target him. You know, I mean, he's always been kind to us. I mean,
right.
he's not sexual like that in any way. He's not, I mean, no, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing bad that he talks about. And Tiff doesn't talk bad about anything. They just defend themselves. That's all it is. You
Right,
know,
and call out the bullshit.
they're
Just
out
like
here
this channel
causing,
does.
right. And they're out there, people are out here acting like they're causing all of this shit that's going on, and that's not the case. You know, it just seems like people want the drama to continue. The drama and the fighting of people every single day, it's their daily bread. It's what feeds them. It's what keeps them alive on YouTube.
This is why can't we just get along? We don't have to like each other, but just get along.
Right.
And people just don't get simple concepts or get simple English.
Right.
How many different ways do I have to explain it to you?
Right. And now you have people coming at you, and you know, it just seems like it's just one thing after another after another. I just, you know, I know when my kids were younger and they I mean, all kids have issues when they're in school with another kid, right? And when
Right.
stuff like that happened, you know what I always tell my kids? Turn the cheek, walk the other way. If they don't like you, they don't like you. You don't need to sit there and win their friendship over. You know, turn the other cheek. We're adults. All of us here are adults. You know, I mean, I've gone after people, but it's not that I've gone after them, but I've put truth out, you know, because of stuff I'm dealing with. And that's what I see them doing. But there's people out there that are purposely trying to hurt others, and it's sickening. It's like, act like an adult. Is this how you guys raised? Did you guys raise your kids like this? You know, did you teach them to go after people that you don't like just for no reason? You know what I'm saying? Like the crap just needs to stop.
Yeah, if you don't like Jamie, just don't go to his channel.
Right.
How simple is that? Don't send him nasty emails. Don't go in his chat get with troll accounts, because one of us mods are gonna get you. Right, Amy?
Yep.
Because one of us mods are gonna get you.
Yeah, but you know, it's just, I don't know. I just wish it would all stop. But as far as this whole thing with Robbie, you know, Robbie's a big boy. He can make his own decisions.
Right.
But I've just, you know, I've spent countless hours on the phone with him while he's upset, you know, because of what he's dealt with online, because it affects his real life, you know? I mean,
Exactly.
and it's just it hurts after a while, you know, because it's like, how much do you expect a person to deal with? I mean, the guy's being freaking stalked and lied about every single day by another person who we know who that is, you know, but it's just
Right.
like it's nonstop. And I just don't want to see someone come in and take full advantage of his kindness because they got called out on something, you know what I'm saying, and using this. You know,
Yeah, 'cause
instead of Sally Ann confessing that she's an alcoholic on YouTube, she needs to confess that she's an alcoholic to herself, and she needs to
mhm,
confess it to her family, and then she needs to go get help and maybe put YouTube aside while she's in
right.
treatment.
I don't hate Sally Ann. I don't hate her.
Right.
This is the thing that some people don't understand. I don't hate most of these people on here.
Right.
But Sally
I don't.
Ann needs help.
Right.
We
I
don't want
only
her.
hate a couple people, like hate them, but everybody else, it's like I don't have an issue with. I'm not involved in a clique. I'm not involved. I have friends. Some don't
Right.
like each other. Some are on one side. Some are on the other side. You know, but where you cut the difference off, you know, where you cut it off is you don't go to the other person and talk about the other person. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
just, you can be, I think for people should be friends with whoever they want to be friends with.
Exactly. And I said that before. You don't tell Robbie who he can and can't be friends with. You don't tell Amy who she can and can't be friends with, or else.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I just, it's just, I just don't want to see him get used. That's all. But he's a big boy. He knows how to make his own decisions. So,
Right. Yeah, Robbie doesn't attack. It's not about gender. It's not about
mhm.
gender. If you come at him, you're going to get a response. Plain and simple, right, Amy?
Mhm.
How many times does he have to tell people this on his channel? It doesn't matter if you're a man. Doesn't matter if you're a woman. Same thing with me. If you're a woman, you're gonna get called out for your bullshit. If you're a
Right.
man, you're gonna get called out for your bullshit.
Well,
It's
it's like a woman hitting a man. Is that okay?
no, absolutely
You
not.
know?
But some of these, it's like full equality,
Mhm.
not this double standard shit. I can't stand that.
Right. Yep. I don't know. I just wish people would just lay off of him, you know, and just the bullshit just to stop.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that
and now we have Pesky doxing Tiff, and I said, what the hell's wrong with her? Just because Jamie wouldn't take sides on Gold Star Mom and Lufa?
well, I think what they're trying to do is that they're obviously trying to split Jamie and Tiff up by doing all of this. They're trying to get involved in their relationship, you know, and it's not working. It's not going to work.
Right.
And
Even if they did break up, I'd still be nice to Tiff. She did
right,
nothing. She did nothing to us.
right. But you know, if Tiff and Jamie, which I don't think it's going to happen, but
Right.
it's their business. But let's say they do decide to break up. That's not YouTube's place to help push it along. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? That should be between them. But it's not even near. That's not even the issue right now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not even an issue. But it's a point that people are trying to cause problems in their relationship for that to happen. Do you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And it's like in your own personal life, in your own personal relationship, would you like it if someone came in and tried to cause problems in your relationship?
No.
You know,
I
I
tell
just
you to
feel
go
like,
fuck off if you did that.
right, right. And it's just, you know, I just feel like sometimes I feel like when people are on, you know, all the people that are on YouTube, I almost feel like it's like they're in a different world when they enter YouTube. And it's like there's no boundaries with anybody. But then when it gets turned off, they're in their real life. And it's like a whole different world, another different world where it's your real life. You know what I'm saying? But you're dealing with people's real lives on YouTube when you're doing crap like this. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. They think they're invincible because they're behind a keyboard,
Right.
and they don't
Right.
realize. These are real people. These are real. They have emotions.
Right.
They lose the fact of that or the reality of that.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because years ago there was a suicide on Facebook because a bunch of cyber bullies decided to yeah, and then even the cyber bullies were sorry afterwards. Yeah, it's too late
Were
after
they
that.
sorry that they caused that, or were they sorry they got caught?
I'm not sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's everyone's always sorry when they get caught.
Right.
That's the issue I
Everyone.
have.
Right. Like in court, they
Mhm.
say I'm sorry to the judge.
Right.
Are they sorry for their crime? Or are they sorry they got caught?
Right.
You know?
Mhm. Yeah, I just think people take things too far, and then I think they get wrapped up into the moment. You know, they get attention from stuff. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. You
Okay,
went out.
I had a phone call coming in, but
Oh,
I just think that sometimes people like when you're in something and the drama comes because people are attracted to all of the drama. You get a bunch of people in your chat, or I just think that people get wrapped up into the moment, and then it becomes like an obsession, and then it keeps on and keeps on and keeps on, and then it gets worse from there and worse from there, and then things start happening. You know, I mean, like I said, if you don't like somebody, walk away,
yeah.
unsub from their channel, clear out your browsing history so you don't see their channel again pop up in recommendations. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
moving
And you
along.
could always right click and say, don't show me this again.
Right.
Right, Amy?
Right.
And I've done that to several channels that came up in my recommended.
Right.
Don't show me this again because I don't want to see it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we all have our own battles on here. It's sad. I mean, it's really sad because I think every single person has a good quality about them. You know, I mean, things could be so much more better on here for people. Like chats could be so much better if people could just get along. You don't like someone, block them. You don't have to see them. It's done.
Right.
You know, and it's just like doing games or just talking and chit chatting, and you know, I mean, it's nice sometimes when you have nothing to do and you're just like, hey, I'm gonna get on YouTube, and you're in a fun chat. You know what I'm saying? And people are all getting along and agreeing on stuff. But it just seems like it just can't happen. And I just look at it, I'm just like, everyone's adults. You know, I mean, I've done things. I'm not innocent by any means on stuff. You
Right.
know, done stuff
Nobody's
too.
innocent.
Right. You know, but it's just I pulled myself out of all of it a year, you know, like a year, 2 years ago, year and a half ago. And I had no drama for a year, none at all until Jessica appeared. But
Right.
there was no drama, no arguing. You know, I went into Robbie's, but I didn't really come out, you know, but it's just, if somebody just has an issue, fix it. And by fixing it, it means walk away. You know, being drama free is pretty fun. What are you doing? Bill.
What?
What are you doing?
No, I'm just listening to you.
Are you playing with your filter?
No, I'm not.
I about died when I saw you were an eggplant.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought it
So,
was
some people were
funny.
commenting they love it.
I
They
do. I
love me in
love
the
it. I
pickle
think it's
too.
hilarious.
I know. Isn't it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it fun to do streams like this?
Yeah. Yeah. I saw when you were on Auntie Side Eyes yesterday, I saw that. I liked the fairy one. That one was cool.
Yeah.
That one was like really, really cool. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Jamie gave, no, it was Tiffany that gave me the idea. And I said, oh, how do you do this? And I couldn't get it. It took me like 30 minutes to get the bugs out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to watch an tutorial and I had to get rid of the error messages. But after that, it was smooth sailing.
Right.
It was smooth sailing, and
I like it.
yeah. Yeah, I was even a ghost yesterday for Halloween for a bit. And then people liked me, in the me skinny dipping as a carrot in the stew.
Oh my God. Well, I saw a little bit of it last night, but I went over to my daughter's and we went trick or treating with all the grandkids. So I missed a lot last night.
Oh, you're probably gonna have to click replay on that. Yeah, and then it looked like I was shivering in the stew.
So it was cold stew. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fun, but I don't know. I just hope things can change. You know, that's that. But I don't know if it's good. I don't think it's going to. I just don't. Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's too many people, and then you have Bullhorn Betty. I'm trying to tragedy pimp everybody, and it's like, come on here.
Mom, you know, eventually, even it will come to an end.
Yeah.
It can only go on for so long, and eventually, it comes to an end. You know, so I don't know when. It could be 5 years from now, but it can't go on forever. You know, I mean,
Okay, Ocean Wave, I could probably be a banana next time.
oh, you need to get that banana cleaner then.
Okay, Ocean Wave, if they have a banana, I'll be one. They don't have all filters, because if they had a rainbow dildo, I would have actually been one for Halloween for Jamie and Jamie's stream. I'm serious.
Oh, I know you would have.
Yeah, I would have. But they don't have all filters. You know, it's
And when you say you're going to do something, you do it.
yeah. Yeah, it's fun. I don't like to make streams boring as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's at least with these filters, it's making it fun.
Yeah.
At least it's making it different.
You know, I want to tell Lokamai real fast while she's in the chat. She has an amazing channel. Like, she does her cantinas on Friday nights.
Oh,
There's no drama. They have so much fun. They laugh. They enjoy each other. She has a bunch of people up on. Bill, you need to go. You need to go to her cantinas. They're so much fun. And that
okay.
is what I mean, sometimes I'm like folding laundry or doing stuff, you know, when she's live or out
Right.
doing something. So I just listen.
I only
when
caught her
she's
live once, and I watched. I
Right.
had no problem with Loco
Right.
Mike's channel.
But it's fun because it's so drama free. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's just
exactly.
no bull crap going on in there. So if everybody wants a fun drama free channel on Friday nights, go see Lokamai. She's fun. But and that's just, I think that there needs to be so much more, because I think that when you have so much drama going on, what brings drama? Negativity. When you're doing stuff to people and stuff like that, what does it do? It brings negativity. When you have surrounded in negativity all the time, what happens? Your personality changes. Everything to you starts, you know, to become negative around you. So I think, like, if you have a fun channel like Locomites where there's no drama, nothing going on, it brings the positivity out, which brings the better side of you out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. I like to have a sense of humor too. So,
Right.
like this eggplant and the pickle or the cucumber.
Yeah.
That's just bringing out a sense of humor, you know.
Right. Yep. So, what other filters do they have?
Oh, they have ghosts. They have demons. They have
Be a demon.
right. They have fruits and vegetables. They got They got makeup. Crazy little makeup. They probably got a lot. You just got to put in like a search term.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I wanted to come up and give my 2 cents on how I felt about that whole. I'm just protective. That's all. So
Right.
it's really, really, it's just really hard. But that's my 2 cents on how I feel.
Right. Yeah, you're the one who actually told me about Robbie, and I started watching, and I says, "This guy is strange."
I'm like, no, he's not.
Yeah, he was a little strange, and I says, I watched him again, and he was like making me laugh, and I says, "Oh, this guy's funny. No wonder
He's
Amy likes him so much."
Robbie has the most. He has, what's the word I'm looking for? He has an outstanding personality. Like,
Right.
he loves to make
He's
people smile. He loves to make people laugh. And to be honest, you know how many times he's told me, I just want to have fun. I just want to
right.
have fun on my channel. But here's the people bring him the problems.
Right. He doesn't
and
go seek them out.
right. And he's very Robbie has one of the biggest hearts I've ever seen. Like, he really has a caring and loving heart, and he cares about everybody. And one thing, Robbie's not in this for them. He's doing this because he enjoys his channel. He enjoys his subscribers.
Right.
And he just enjoys it. And it's like the weekend that he got engaged, that was a very special time for him, and it was drama all weekend long going
Yeah,
on.
and someone like CJ couldn't respect the fact he was moving.
Right. Well, it wasn't that. It wasn't long story. But anyway.
Right, Sally Ann too, but
Well, and
we
the
get
whole
that.
Miss it was a whole Miss Portland thing going on.
Right.
But it's just Robbie is just so caring, and I know he doesn't like to get mad. He gets mad because he's mad. He doesn't like it,
Right.
but he's not going to allow rumors and lies to be spread about him either. So he addresses it, and then whenever he addresses it, he gets slammed for it.
Right.
It's almost like people want to sit here and continue the doxing, and they want to continue the bullshit and the lies
Right.
about people just
And
to
it's
hurt
like,
people.
and I'm going to ask people, put yourself in his shoes. How would you react if this was happening to you? Right? I don't think you react any better than Robbie sometimes.
Right. He's tried to ignore stuff.
Right.
He truly has. I've witnessed it. I've watched him do whatever it takes to try to ignore stuff, and then people are sending him clips, people are sending him stuff, and it's just emails and I'm sure Locomai knows because she helps him with all of that, and it's like she sees emails, and it's just one thing after another, and it's just eventually you get to that point where you're just, I'm done, I've had it, and he snaps, and then he becomes a bad person.
Bye, Tevy. Thank you for coming.
But I think people need to stay out of Tiff and Lycan's relationship. That's between them, and I think people just need to leave each other alone.
Jamie's sexuality is none of anyone's business but his.
Right.
And they sit there and
is nobody's business because none of us were there to witness what
right.
None of us were there. So, I think it's bullshit, to be honest. I think it's crap. I really do. I've had people judge me for things that they've heard about me and stuff like that when they've only had one side of the story.
Locomai, it is fun. It is fun. It is a fun thing to use. See, I'm having fun already using it.
So there's that.
Right.
So I'm going to get down. I got to get dinner going.
Okay, I think I'm going to end right now. I've been on for 2 hours.
Okay. All right. Well, I will talk to you later.
All right.
All
everyone.
right.
Till next time.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.